Hello, I'm Charlotte. I'm going to show you some breathing practices today, and we're going to link them with movement. Now I've got my yoga mat out and I'm going to lie on the floor, but you don't have to be on the floor. If you're comfortable and you're used to yoga and you want to get your mat out, that's great. But if you were preferring, you'd feel more comfortable, then come onto your bed. That's absolutely fine as well. If you decide to lie on your bed, just make sure that you're not right at the end so that you've got space just to take the arms overhead. So I'm going to show you from the mat, and I'm going to suggest that you might want something underneath your head, a little pillow, and also with the bolster here, you could use this to support your thighs, and it can just make life a little bit more comfortable, whether you're on your bed or lying on the floor. So just take your time to get anything that you need and make sure that you're set up well. And I'll come to lie on the floor. I don't actually want to use the bolster, so I'll just push that out to the side. And I don't normally use a pillow either, so again, I'm not going to, but you could makes yourself more comfortable. Okay, so we'll be lying down, and I'm going to get you to have your knees bent and remind you that you need a little bit of room behind yourself. So just make sure you've got that space to take your arms. And if you were using support, you would place the bolster underneath your thighs or your knees. And just feel that you're very comfortable on your chosen surface, and that you can feel gravity, and that gravity is drawing you down, so you are releasing tension from your muscles. Notice what's going on in your mind. Notice your thoughts without judgment. Noticing your physical body. And then noticing the rhythm and the flow of your breath. Just allowing your breathing to be comfortable and easy. Feel that inflow of your new breath and the outflow. As you breathe in, feel perhaps a sense of expansion, and as you breathe out, that sense of release and letting go. Now you're going to position your hands so you can feel the top of your hip bone with your extended little finger, and the top of your ribs with your thumbs. And then just draw your hands together over the abdomen. And your middle fingers will touch possibly around about the level of your navel. Now breathe in and out, and breathe to your hands so you feel that you're expanding your breath into the abdomen. And as you breathe in, you can feel the abdomen just rise up a little. It feels like a little bit of a ballooning effect. And as you breathe out, feel the abdomen sink down. Inhaling, expanding into the abdomen, and feel those hands just move away. And as you breathe out, feel the hands sink down. A couple more breaths here. you're going to move the hands so they are resting somewhere on your ribs. It could be a little bit to the side or it could be to the front, but your little fingers will be making contact with your lower ribs. And your elbows can just rest down, so there's no strain, there's no sense of discomfort for the arms or the shoulders. And then breathe into the ribs. As you take your in-breath, feel the ribs expand. They expand up and out. And as you breathe out, feel those ribs sink down and in. As we breathe in, the ribs expand. Feel that you're filling your chest with your breath. And then as you breathe out, feel your hands sink as the ribs move down and in. And we'll do 2 more breaths here. Now we're going to reposition the hands and we're going to take to the top of the chest. And all I'm going to suggest is you keep the elbows quite tucked into the sides and then slide the hands up. If you find your collarbone or clavicular, to give it its proper name, and you're resting your hands just below the collarbone, so your middle fingers are probably meeting round about that notch at the top of the sternum where the collarbones are coming towards each other. So by tucking the elbows in, we're just making sure that we're not creating stress or strain for the arms or shoulders, but have them where it feels comfortable. If it feels a bit more comfortable wider, then that's fine too. So it's just making sure that you're not straining in any way. And then breathe into the top of the chest. As you breathe in, perhaps feel that movement of the chest underneath your hands. And as you breathe out, feel the hands sink down. Focus on that movement of the upper chest as you breathe into your hands. And for many people, they detect less movement here. It's to do with the shape and the position of the lungs at the top of the chest. So possibly don't expect as much perception of movement as you would have had at the abdomen and at the ribs. Two more breaths here. And then you can reposition your arms down by your sides. And see how you feel. So when we're looking at the breath at this part down here, breath doesn't actually move into the abdomen, it's the diaphragm moving down, and it just feels as if the breath moves here. So we call this one abdominal breathing. And then we're moving up to the ribs. This one is known as thoracic breathing. And then we move up to the top of the chest. This is known as clavicular breathing. And we're going to move the arms, and we're going to focus on each part of those 3 breaths. So the first one we're going to do is the abdominal breathing. So when you breathe in, you feel that you're breathing into the abdomen here. You're going to take the arms to vertical position. So as you inhale into the abdomen, the arms come up to vertical. And as you exhale, the arms come down. So your focus and awareness is at the abdomen. And we'll do that 3 more times. So inhale, exhale, twice more. And we'll pause there. Just let your breath naturalise again. So we're not focusing now on the abdominal breathing. And the next 3 movements, next arm movements, which we'll do 4 times, will be for the thoracic chest. And this one starts with the arms up in a vertical position. So this is the starting point. Focusing on your ribs and the movement of your breath in your ribs. So as you inhale, you're opening the arms wide. I don't have quite enough room on the right side. And exhale back to the top. So 3 more. Inhale, arm wide. Exhale back to the top. Inhaling, expanding into your ribs, and exhaling. And the last one. And again, bringing the arms back down to your sides and resting there. Let your breath be normal and easy and comfortable. And then the third movement we'll take is for the clavicular breath, which is sighted up here, just underneath the clavicles or the collarbones. And we're going to take the arms into a vertical position. So when you breathe in, focus on the top of the chest, inhaling and exhaling. I'm just going to scoot down the mat a little just to make sure you can see. So the arms are vertical, inhaling and exhaling. Twice more. And then bringing the arms all the way down to the mat. And just have a little rest there. Feel that your breathing is back to its regular rhythm. Allowing the breath to come and go. And see how you feel. So you can continue to lie on your mat or your bed as long as you choose. I'm going to come up now as we finish this little video. So I hope that you enjoyed that. I hope that you found it useful. Thank you very much for watching and for practicing. Namaste.